Ultra Live TV, and we're here at Digital Hollywood Spring with Steve McKay, CEO of Entone. Tell us a little bit more about Entone.
Sure, Entone grew up as an IPTV company. We've been coming to the show for a few years now. Customers are phone companies, and the whole idea is to allow them to launch television services that they deliver over broadband networks.
And it's the OTT company, right?
Well, you know, it's now it's the hybrid TV company. So we started as an IPTV company, and our belief is that there's a whole new generation of video services that will emerge around this hybrid of broadcast video and over-the-top content, and so we call this hybrid TV.
And is it just on mobile, or is it also on other platforms?
Our focus is definitely on the television. We believe that you know, people have invested in these amazing high-fidelity televisions. On average, we all have 3 TVs per home, and old TVs don't die; they just move to a different room. And so, we absolutely don't believe in this view that people are going to be watching all of their television on their laptop or on their mobile phone. In fact, we think the more TV than ever is going to be viewed on these amazing display devices throughout the home.
And so tell us a little bit about the platform. Who are the companies that you work with, and how do you work with them?
Yeah, so we have about 100 phone companies that are reaching out to their consumers using Entone. They range from companies like CenturyTel and Consolidated Communications, and about 100 other phone companies in the U.S., also several in Europe. You know, the idea for these guys is that they can offer a richer video and television service than the cable companies can by taking advantage of IP as a platform for delivering video.
So it's kind of like Verizon Fios TV, but for everyone else.
Yeah, Fios is a great example of this. And so, if what may surprise people is there are actually 1,200 phone companies in the United States alone. Fios being one, or Verizon being one of them, and so about 10% of those are our customers.
And so, what percentage? The 10% of your customers, what percentage of, I would say, overall revenue is that for telcos?
I'm sorry.
The customers of yours in the U.S.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I mean, certainly the largest 2 operators in the country are AT&T and Verizon, and so by numbers, there are another 1,200 of them out there, and it quickly gets into companies that most people have never heard of that still have millions of subscribers.
And so you're, in essence, kind of unifying them into one platform, or are you building a white label for each one of them?
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. The whole idea is that you know, today, if I want, let's say, my TV experience, and I want a DVR, and I want a online movie library, and I want my Netflix, I can get all of that, but I have to go buy this rack of equipment, you know, down at Best Buy. I need a TiVo, I need a Roku device, I need a Vudu media server, whatever, whatever new device comes along. So the idea is that for the operators is that they put this one media hub in your home, and it is a platform that it gives them the means of delivering all these services with a single remote control, a single user interface. And then overnight, while you're sleeping, suddenly new services will show up through software downloads that keep you from having to go buy more and more hardware devices at your favorite retail store.
But if you're Telco X, your interface and look and feel is different than Telco Y. It's branded. It's a white label solution.
I see. It is. Yeah, it has a lot of commonality, but certainly the branding is going to be specific to the phone company. That's
right.
A
lot of functionality is the same.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
So you provided the top tier functionality that they couldn't build on their own, and aggregated that for all of them.
Well, we do that, and then I guess part of what we do beyond just aggregating all this is then we distribute it throughout the home, and so it's our belief that when you sit down at your various display devices in your home, you not only want the option of consuming TV, but to access all forms of rich media from the cloud, maybe from any IP-connected or stored IP-connected storage device in your home, and that should all come together kind of seamlessly in your user interface. You shouldn't have to walk over to your laptop to consume your, let's say, your photo library, to your iPod to consume your music library, and your TV to consume your television, and yet another device to access online movies. That should all be available to you on all the display devices in your home.
So for the lack of a better term, is this set-top box or TV box or device, is it wireline or wireless?
So it's a media hub.
Media hub, I'm sorry.
Media hub, that's all right, it's our term. And so it can be either wireless or wireline. We think the best way for now to distribute this throughout your home is actually over the existing coax network, because there's so much bandwidth and much more tolerance. And then over time, what we see are things like MoCA that allow you to actually distribute IP over coax or over the phone line, even power line, and then of course wireless. Wireless we feel has the most ways to go, but it's coming along very quickly.
So would you say most of these telcos are in rural areas?
You know, they tend to be. A lot of them are in Middle America, where I grew up, and there are a lot of companies that people here in California have never heard of, and they're all over the country.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's really an amazing way to provide additional services to people who want to consume them.
Yeah, I think so, and it gives them an option other than. I'll give you an example. My mother lives in rural Michigan, and she, like everyone in that part of the country, for the longest time has had the choice of over-the-air or big cable. And what this has allowed, her and others is more choice other than just big cable for getting their TV services.
Big monopoly-like cable?
I didn't say that.
Okay, I was just kind of trying to get the feel for it.
Sure.
It was a great pleasure to get your insight on the space. Is there anything else you want to tell us about what else is fascinated you at Digital Hollywood?
Oh, I think it's a great show. What I love is the mix of people here. You have a lot of people that come from kind of parallel universes of content distribution, and so it's a great event for just mixing it up with people that are not kind of in your direct area of business every day. So I really enjoy the show.
Just kind of to see what everybody else is doing on all of the devices.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Very much.